Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Link Up Lounge. It is no secret that AI is taking over the world, and quite frankly, we are totally on board with it. Unlimited access to chatbots, instant communication, virtual experiences, and whatnot. Honestly, it's a delight. But AI has a dark side as well, which has our fresh students quite stressed out. Where once it took three people to get some work done, a single AI chatbot or robot can get the job done for you in just an instant. This makes us wonder, will AI take over my future job? And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm your host Isha Gul, and joining us today, we have a very talented guest who has achieved so much at such a young age. He's a data analyst and a machine learning enthusiast with multiple international achievements. He is also an ambassador of Pakistan appointed by the international organization, the Data Immerse, and he recently represented Pakistan in Switzerland at the Summit of Global Shaper Community, an initiative by the World Economic Forum. He has multiple publications to his name, with his recent one being in IEEE International Conference, and currently he is serving as a data consultant here at University of Rawalpindi. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Waleed. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing great. And thank you so much for having me in this podcast today. And I guess it's a very good time to discuss this issue about AI and how AI is revolutionizing the world. It's especially important for the students who are thinking about having careers in AI and other domains. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking out the time to be here with us today. And I'm sure our students, given that you're somebody who has achieved, mashallah, so much at such a young age. I mean, only like a year back, you were sitting in the halls preparing for your bachelor's exam, and right now you have not only gotten a lot of national achievements, but also international achievements as well. So I'm sure our viewers must have a lot to take from this conversation, and I'm sure that this podcast will be very inspiring for our students and for all our viewers. So I think the first thing that I'd like to know from you is that you've been through that time where you have seen the escalated rise of AI. Like you've been in the time where there was absolutely no concept of ChatGPT or any other AI tool that can help you through your studies, and right now you know where the hype is going. So when the word AI comes to your mind, what's the first thing that you think about right now and 5 years back?
So right now, I can think of tools like ChatGPT, Midjourney, DeepSeek, and a lot more automation tools. But a few years back, it was all like a science fiction movie. For example, robot like Jarvis coming out from movies like Iron Man, and they were all something that felt like it will happen at a very distant future. But right now, it's something very real, and we can feel it.
Definitely, and I think you must have seen that movie Back to the Future. A lot of predictions were made in that film. There are a lot of science discovery recently in the current world are actually being implemented on the science fiction concept that were discussed in that movie. So you can see the leap that technology and AI has taken over in the course of the recent years. But I think the one thing that the Hollywood movies were promoting and the sci-fi books were promoting was that the robots are going to take over the world. All hail the robots. So under these circumstances, the younger generation, they have this concept instilled in their minds and in their hearts that AI or any kind of technology is slowly going to replace us. So what's your stance on that?
Well, I would say that's a common misconception among the young people, especially students, that AI is like Thanos. It will snap the fingers and all the job roles will be vanished. However, it's not like that. AI is, there is no doubt that AI is replacing some jobs, but that is only to small number. However, it is creating more jobs at the same time and evolving the nature of work at the job place, because we use AI to add more value in the current businesses, organizations, or different domains. So eventually, if you learn how to use AI as a tool, you're not going to be replaced by anyone.
Definitely, and especially now the trend right now, as AI is taking over the world, it's creating a lot of opportunities for people as well. We've got some online platforms like there's one called I think Turing. You must have heard of it. It's actually giving multiple job opportunities to AI enthusiasts. So definitely, this cannot be denied that AI is taking over the world. Now, looking over the fact that you recently went to Switzerland as well, and you have an insight in the international market as well, and you know the speed or the current rate at which AI is dominating the international market. Do you think that in Pakistan AI is at that level yet to take over the mundane tasks and the routine jobs of people?
Well, I would say that the AI is making progress at a very escalating pace. It's very fast, and in the global market, it's something that people are adapting very quickly. But in Pakistan, it's like a baby field. People are having some difficulties because there is a gap between the theoretical and the practical knowledge. There is a gap between the academia and industry. That is a challenge that especially the university graduates and the students or the people from academia are facing at the moment. However, we can see that there is a trend in having more roles that are related to AI, such as machine learning researchers, data scientists, data analysts, and that is what we can see and observe that uh, the roles that are related to data and AI, they are like being introduced each day. There are job postings on Turing. There are job postings on LinkedIn and other platforms. So in this global and digital world, we must be especially in Pakistan, be real quick at adapting this technology as a tool so that we can move with the world at a smoother pace.
Definitely. And you just mentioned a gap that is existing in right now between the theoretical and the practical level at which AI is currently. And a lot of our fresh students think, and a lot of universities are, jumping on the opportunity to introduce courses such as bachelor's in AI. Do you think that is the possible solution to bridge that gap, or is there any kind of an alternative that we have?
I would highly recommend the students to go after their interest, not after the news headlines. AI has become a buzzword in the modern era, especially in this decade, because every day we see new tools coming out in the market and new discoveries or new inventions are being made that are based on AI. But students should understand that AI is a tool, not like a separate field or a separate job that is isolated from all the domains. No, that's not true. AI is existing and is being implemented in all the domains. Either it's healthcare, either it's academia, either it's education, either it's marketing industry. So AI is transforming all the industries. So learn AI as a tool. Don't just go for a bachelor's degree in AI just because it's a hot topic on the internet. However, learn it as a tool and then apply it in the domain of interest that is fascinating to you.
That is what I think most of our students need to understand at this point, that they need to treat AI as a skill,
Yes.
not just as a theoretical concept, that they just need to learn a few textbook definitions, a few laws, just to become a crazy coder. They need to actually realize the potential that AI has as a skill, and how they can work on it, and how they can, work on that skill and use it even as a passive income stream. So this is something that they can definitely learn about. Okay, so we know that there is a myth going on that AI is replacing us, because you know that the current dominance of AI is in the sector of customer service. That where once you had a lot of people waiting on calls, like such as in call centers, now you just have a single chatbot that can take care of all that stuff. So there is a myth going on that AI is replacing, and that is creating a lot of fear in the minds of fresh graduates and in the mind of fresh students as well. So how can we make them more accepting towards AI rather than showing the resistive nature that they are currently exhibiting.
We can bust this myth by doing some case studies. For example, people should study the cases where AI and humans are working together. For instance, in healthcare, AI can examine the X-rays and so on, but still the final call is of the doctor, right? Whether that patient is really having a heart disease or not, etc., etc. That's just one example. Similarly, we have other cases where we can use AI as an assistant, not as a replacement. For example, here at the University of Rawalpindi, the administration and the staff is using different AI tools such as using plugins of artificial intelligence in Excel to manage or streamline some data processing tasks. And on the other hand, the teachers or the faculty have also started exploring the AI tools to adopt best practices for teaching, etc. So rather than relying completely on AI, we must understand that we have to rely on the human input as well. So once you use AI to do some brainstorming or to help you out with some tasks, don't forget to put the human input and make it more creative. This will add more value, not just to your personal and professional skills, but to the organization as well.
Definitely. And I think obviously we cannot deny the fact that AI is touching almost every industry, be it medical, be it education, be it technology, engineering, whatever. And the thing that you just mentioned, that what we are doing is that we are completely relying on AI. And what the one thing that we've observed in students is that ChatGPT is any student's best friend right now. They just completely rely on it. They just copy stuff from it and paste it right away. And I've told them multiple times as well that it's not always like the other day. I just had a very long fight with ChatGPT, trying to argue with him that the discussion or the answer that you're providing to me is incorrect. And how can we make these students understand that you should use AI as an assistant, not just as a copy paste book?
Yeah, that makes sense, and I have observed this happening around me, and for this, I would say that human intelligence is always on a higher level or on the upper hand than artificial intelligence, and that is because AI is created by humans, right? So how can the creation be, having be more good than the created? That's not possible. So the places where the trust is important, where judgment is important, where emotional intelligence is crucial, we must incorporate AI and human intelligence there, because these are the human characteristics that are very important. And they're not just important, but they are something that can put more value in an object or in a task, in whatever you're working on. So when students work on their, let's say, homework or their assignments or anything, they can use AI to get the initial starting, and then they have to start, putting up their human response or human efforts into it. Because when you do this, you also increase your own creativity and combine human intelligence with artificial intelligence. So with this approach, you are someone who cannot be outsmart by another person in the job market. So eventually this is going to help you a lot if you combine both of the things rather than just relying solely on AI or these kind of tools.
Definitely. And I think another prime example in this scenario would be like the latest invention of AI that we have today are these self-driving cars. And you must have heard the news as well. We're seeing a lot of crashes that are happening because of these self-driving cars. So that is a prime example to all our viewers that do not utterly, completely close your eyes and rely on AI. You should just use it as a tool and use it to navigate your way through in which direction you would like to proceed. So talking about preparing the students at the University of Rawalpindi, what kind of initiatives are you taking to prepare the students to become more accepting towards AI?
Well, right now, the University of Rawalpindi is doing the best to do the capacity building of students so that they can cope up with the emerging trends and what's going on in the world, especially in the world of AI. They are introducing free trainings and courses that students can opt for, and they're especially having a lead program where it's mandatory for a student to attend at least two trainings in their semester. So there are different kinds of trainings on digital skills and soft skills, including AI, blockchain, etc. So that is happening at the university. And apart from this, as I have mentioned earlier, that there is the AI lab that is doing research on AI, experimenting with chatbots on how to effectively and promptly respond to the student queries. So this is something very different, and I really like it.
It's a great initiative, and I think our students are becoming more accepting towards it as well. And university is truly teaching them how to use AI to its full potential instead of just fearing it. So this is an aspect that we can definitely, focus on. And another thing that I think you might agree with me is that we have a lot of courses available online as well that we can encourage the students. So how can we make them more motivated towards this thing, that you've got a lot of courses on Coursera, you've got a lot of courses on Udemy, you've got multiple YouTube vlogs, etc. All centered and revolving around how you can do skill building in the field of AI. So how can we make these students more motivated towards this thing? I think you've just mentioned a lead program. That's a great initiative, and especially making it compulsory for them to attend trainings is a great insight, and it's a great motivator to get them directed in the field of AI. So what other kind of initiatives can we do to make the students more accepting and more focused, that they have to go for these courses if they want to do some skill building?
I believe that learning has to be, exciting and cool rather than intimidating. For example, student of literature can, experiment with AI and see how it can help the student with coming up with poetry. Okay. And another example is that a student of, let's say, marketing and finance can learn how it can help that student make up a brand of himself or herself. So this is how, you can make AI, something that students will be willing to adapt and cope up with all the trends that are going on in the world. So even in a nutshell, it has to be something cool, something exciting, something fun,
something that gets them geared up to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I think we've had a really productive talk and a really insightful things that we have just talked about. So are there any personal AI tools that you really like and that you depend on, that you would like to share with our audience, and that you would recommend them to them as well, that how they can use it to achieve the maximum output?
There are so many AI tools, available in the market, and most of them are free. However, it depends on you if you want to go with the pro version, but that is something not required for the students since they don't have such requirements. But I would recommend using the ChatGPT or DeepSeek R1 model for the reasoning task where they need to get some help with doing assignments or be prepared for an exam or be prepared for any kind of assessment or competition. So that is something they can use. Let me quote an example here. University of Rawalpindi is currently preparing students for the NASCON competition, right? And the students who are going to participate in, let's say, the speed programming competition, their quiz are being made by AI, okay? And when they solve particular questions or problems of their quiz, that is again being checked by AI. And let's say a student is having a problem with solving a question. We don't just give them a code after generating by AI, we give them a logic that is created by AI. So we are using AI to assist us in that task, not just like telling AI to do that task without the human
Like it's just
input.
building the foundation. It's helping you to take the baby steps that you need towards AI.
Exactly. And apart from that, there are tools for content generation such as
Yeah.
Midjourney and Sora AI is also a good tool.
Yeah.
Even Canva has recently introduced an AI feature that you can use for building apps or websites or making some designs for your own products.
The limit does not exist. When it comes to AI, there is absolutely no limit.
No
You can
limits.
just go above and beyond and get, if you can think it,
Hmm.
AI can help you achieve it. So that is
Exactly.
the whole idea of it. So now, talking about more how AI is replacing humans in our daily routine tasks, what is that one task in your daily life that you would happily let AI take over?
Well, I would say that I frequently, deal with, small, big, and medium sized data sets. So I sometimes rely on AI to generate insights and quickly clean those data sets, and then, suggest some, like, find out some key trends. But there comes a part when human intelligence has to be in the loop, because I'm the one who can interpret those results according to my context and my business problem that I'm solving. So that's like saying again that don't just rely entirely on AI tools, but use it as a smart assistant.
Definitely. So we can, like, in the future have a mini AI robot to help you
Yeah,
assist you
we can
in
expect
filtering out
that.
the data set. Yeah, we can actually work on that, I think. So
Why not?
yeah. Thank you so much for Walid for being here with us today and for sharing your insightful thoughts. And I'm sure our viewers must have a lot to gain from this discussion as well. And I'm sure that whatever we talked about today and whatever we discussed will definitely inspire you and motivate you to take the right path towards AI. Thank you so much and stay tuned for next week for another exciting guest and another insightful podcast. This is your host signing off. Allah Hafiz. Have a good day.